Hello all, and welcome to Night Rips. So for today's opening, obviously we're going to now crack into a brand new box of Topps Stadium Club 1993 Series 3. But as I'm opening this up, I'm pulling out the first 4 packs like I always do. What I will talk about is, if you notice in the back, we have that one master photo. And that master photo was actually found at the bottom of the box when we finished off the Series 1 of this set. So obviously I wanted to do a little bit more research, as I always do, to find out what was this, why did we get a master photo at the bottom of the box. Well, it turns out this was the beginning of what they would call the hobby boxes, and at the bottom of each one of these boxes is a way to get one of those master photos. And those are the master photos that you would have gotten with the master photo redemption card. Except in redemption card would have gotten you 3. This one, obviously, you only got the 1. So we will get another master photo at the bottom of this one. Will be in the last video that we open, or that we, last video opening we do. The other thing is, when it comes to the there's the first day production card that we had gotten. It seems like that is actually something that occurs in every one of these boxes. There'll always be a first day opening. There'll also be one of the special inserts, and then one of the master photo redemptions. So nothing, it's almost like it's the guaranteed hit, even though they don't tell you on the outside of the box. Really, it's something that would happen if you would bought the entire box, like buying a hobby box today. So let's go ahead and open these up. Now, this is Series 3. Series 3 is actually a smaller release than Series 1 and 2. Series 1 and 2 is, it's the first 300 cards, the second 300 cards. This is actually only going to be 150 cards. There is also only 2 of the inserts, and they're based on the expansion teams. And there's also, I think, 8 of the master choice cards. So let's go ahead and open these up. Actually, it's 8 or maybe 5. Sorry, I have to go back and look. But let's open this up and see what we find. Now, we're not going to find any of the first, the first Series 1 was 1992 highlights. Series 2, whenever I get my hands on that one, it's going to actually be the Superstar Duos, which, if you remember correctly, this year's Stadium Club, they actually have Superstar Duos also. Actually, this year's, they also had these master photos. So it looks like this year's, celebrating the 30th anniversary of Stadium Club, they definitely pulled some of the, some of the stuff, just like they pulled the 1991 design variation. There is design variations for this year too, or the Stadium Club Greats. Design variation was actually all based on 91, but the Superstar Duos was based on this year. And actually, as we open up more boxes in later years, you're going to find some of the other inserts that was in this year's Stadium Club is also going to be found. But we'll get to that when we do. So right off the bat, we pull up a club membership, and this one looks a little bit different. And actually, it's a lot different. And it's on a cardstock type paper. It's not on that thick paper like we had seen before. So, but it's still $30. So very interesting that they actually totally changed the design. It looks like they actually also miscut it, but that's okay. Not like we're going to use it. So we'll just go through these really quick, just like we usually do. Oh, here we go. There's a nice pull. Ken Griffey Jr. right out of the first pack. Very nice. And for whatever reason, these cards actually feel like they're a little bit thinner. Well, that's an interesting look. I guess he's in the training room or something in the back. I don't know. It definitely doesn't look like the bullpen. Oh, we got Mike Felder. Which is interesting because we didn't get Mike Felder. I think he was the one that we were missing in 1991 Series 3. I have actually ordered, since it was the only card that was missing, so it's easier to order the card than pull a whole box and chance of not getting him once again. But again, this is only going to be from cards 601 to 750. Oh, that's a nice, interesting look with a BJ Surhoff. Kind of that bionicle super move look. Which obviously they just kept the camera on a little bit longer. Oh, that's a... This one's actually got some very interesting shots. Where Ben Riviera looks like he's looking at somebody like they died or something. I don't know. It's strange. I'm just kind of shocked at how thin these cards feel. These feel... I mean, they are exactly the same. They feel more... Actually, they feel more like the Upper Decks or even like Top Series this year. I mean, these feel thinner than the Stadium Club of this year. So, fascinating. Of course, you know, I've actually already gone through all of and sorted all the ones that we did get. And of course, we didn't finish the whole set. And I knew we wouldn't because we didn't get all the Members' Choice cards. But that's fine. There's Gary Sheffield. A lot of these will be more after the trade occurred too. So you'll see traded players in this one. So I think Sheffield might have been traded to the San Diego at the end of the season. So but don't quote me on that. Sometimes it's hard to remember who did what when you're dealing in 30 years of baseball cards, or actually even more. And of course, we got more Stadium Club memberships. Looks like this one's gonna be very heavy on, and of course this one's cut okay. Gonna be very heavy on trying to sell more. But I definitely like it looks like the images that are in this one are much better. Definitely gone. Oh wow, how big his lettering is. It's like they definitely started improving, you know, their camera, or they're paying their freelancers a little bit better, I guess. Joe McGrain. Yes, this is kind of strange though. They do feel thinner and they feel less tacky. And I wonder why. Oh, we got Jim Abbott. Try and get him turned around here. And I pulled his auto this year, so it was actually on an 86 reprint from the 2021 Top Series 1. So this one is a trade card. This is Barry Bonds. Remember, we had gotten Barry Bonds in Series 1. This is actually when he landed with the final team he ended with, the San Francisco Giants. So there is a few Barry Bonds in this set. You know, there's a master photo of him too. So who knows? We may get him. But I think they have the Pirates, they have the Giants, and they have a Members' Choice card, if I remember correctly. They definitely make you spin the cards every single time. Look at that. And I don't know why. I don't know what happens with the collator to force you to spin it every time. There's Steve Bedrosian. And of course, as soon as I say that, they don't spin. All right, so that's 2 packs down. 2 packs down, and 2 players, big name players that we remember from the still today. Barry Bonds, Ken Griffey Jr. Both still very highly collectible cards. All right. Got another info card. And even the info card they changed. Of course, it doesn't look like it's cut centered, but that was always a problem then. But here we go. So this is the special cards. So you got one card commemorates the 93 opening day of the first pitch of the Rockies. The other one's the 93 opening day first pitch of the Marlins. So the 2 cards are the 2 expansion teams for 1993. And obviously when we get to 1998, we're going to get to the other 2, the Diamondbacks and at the time the Devil Rays, now the Rays. That's an interesting. I can't tell what team he's with. Is that? Oh, there's the Marlins. Yeah, that's the original uniform. I was not recognizing that at all. I should have with the F on the hat, but oh, that's cool. Oh, we got another Barry Bonds card. Wow. So for the highly collectible cards, we got 2. Cannot complain about that. Of course, what do I do with them? Is I'll be dropping one on. I'll be sleeving, top loading, and dropping it on eBay. Not gonna hoard any of them. That's just not my style. I would rather provide to the bigger community. But they are well taken care of. And it's still packed fresh. All right. Black uniform with a black background. Interesting. There's Greg Jeffries. Pulled his cards many times. And you're hearing my dog in the background. Obviously, I'm opening up another set of cards, so my dog has to go sleep in the corner. Oh, and speaking of Barry Bonds, we pulled the Barry Bonds Members' Choice card. Of course, he's in his, it's got that nice refractor-looking gold on it. And he's in his Giants uniform. So, very cool. So, 3 Barry Bonds in, 3 packs, basically. Got John Allrood. We've pulled his rookie card in the past. Jamie Navarro. And last card of this pull, which is stuck. There we go. Is Pat Mahomes. Pat Mahomes, which is different than Patrick Mahomes, different sport, different era. Probably not worth quite the same amount. All right, last pack for this rip. Let's see if we pull one of those first day issues, or if we pull the one of the special cards. I'm not upset with this rip so far. Said you pull the kid, you pull 2 regular bonds and 1 Members' Choice bonds. It's a good day. All right, let's see what we got in the center. And of course, we got another club membership. So 3 club membership forms and 1 info form talking about the special cards. Dave Nielsen, Obviously, pictures they take whenever there's no fans in the stadium. Which must be before games, because there's always people, wandering about after the games, and the players wants to get in, so that's before they're sweaty. Here's Brian Harvey again. And Jose Lind. Yep, I think that's the ball right there. So looks like he may actually be able to make contact with that one. And of course, Harold Baines, the big time guy in the 90s. Paul O'Neill. We got. Oh, I didn't realize Charlie Hugh had gone to the Marlins too. Part of the expansion draft, I'm guessing. There's Greg Gagne. What's that? Mitch Webster. Sometimes hard to read the cards. That's the problem with the gold print. Unless it's something like this where it's a lot of very light background. It's just difficult to read with the angle I have to hold the cards and not get a glare for y'all. And that would be Mike Bilecki. So that's it for this rip. Still a very good rip. I mean, obviously, right off the bat, we pull Ken Griffey Jr. Can't say enough about the kid. We did find 2 of the base Barry Bonds. Now, this is the first card in Stadium Club of him wearing the Giants uniform, since he was traded that year. And to add to that, we got the Barry Bonds Members' Choice that actually would talk about Barry on the back of it. So this was actually a very good rip. And talking about, it only talks about his hitting, running, and fielding, which is pretty much everything in baseball. But, he definitely hit. He was great at stealing the ball, or stealing the bases, and then he was a good player. Definitely a 5-tool player. I know towards the end of his career, as he got bigger, he was more about mashing the ball and less about the stealing and the fielding, but he still could. Actually, the stealing part I don't know about, but the hitting and fielding part. But that's it for this rip. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to subscribe. We'll be opening more. We didn't find the first day. We didn't find any of the special cards. We've got more of the Members' Choice to find. Again, there's only 150 cards in this set, so we'll have to see how well we do with this one box. Probably we'll have to get a second one, but we'll see. Appreciate your watching. Appreciate your time. Make sure, if you have any comments, drop in the comment section below. But until next time, bye now.